A truck loses $12,000 in value in its first year. Nothing breaks. No warning lights. No engine problems. No accident report. It still looks new. Still drives the same. Still feels like a $60,000 machine. But somewhere between the day you bought it and the day someone else looks at it, $12,000 disappears. No sound. No failure. No obvious reason. Just gone. Most owners never question it. They assume it's normal. Mileage. Time. Wear and tear. That's what they've been told. But that's not what's happening. Because two identical trucks, same year, same miles, same condition, can lose completely different amounts of value. One holds strong, the other drops fast. And the difference isn't the engine. It isn't the brand. It isn't how the truck was driven. It's something most people never see. And something built into the truck itself. Not on the surface, not on the spec sheet, not explained by the dealer, but already affecting its value. Right now. 4 specific features. Each one looks like an upgrade. Each one feels like progress. But over time, each one adds cost. Each one increases failure risk. Each one quietly pushes buyers away until the value starts collapsing long before anything actually breaks. Inside the industry, there's a name for this pattern. You won't hear it at a dealership, but mechanics know it. They call it the depreciation list. And once you see how it works, you realize something uncomfortable. Your truck didn't lose $12,000 by accident. It was engineered to. Section 2, How the Trap Was Built. In 2014, NHTSA finalized the rear visibility rule under FMVSS number 111. Full compliance hit on May 1st, 2018 for trucks under 10,000 pounds, GVWR. That rule forced rear camera hardware into the light truck market. It normalized the first layer of electronic dependency. Then NHTSA escalated again. On April 29, 2024, it finalized FMVSS number 127 for automatic emergency braking on passenger vehicles and light trucks, with compliance starting September 1st, 2029. More forward-facing sensors, more radar, more calibration, more modules between your bumper and your wallet. The diesel side gets boxed in the same way. EPA's January 10th, 2019 consent decree with Fiat Chrysler covered MY 2014 to 2016, Ram 1,500 eco-diesel trucks, and blocked unsold affected trucks from being sold until compliant. Then, the legal pain kept spreading. The 2026 Eco-Diesel EGR cooler settlement covers MY 2014 to 2019, Ram 1,500 eco-diesel trucks, and centers on coolant leaks, intake combustion, and fire risk. Then the automakers layer profit on top. Ford now lists Blue Cruise renewals at $49.99 a month or $495 a year after trial, with a $2,495 one-time purchase on eligible vehicles. That means the same sensor stack that raises your repair costs also becomes a post-sale revenue stream. This is what smart buyers call the depreciation list. It is not one defect, it is a system. Government-mandated hardware, manufacturer-packaged complexity, dealer-priced replacement paths. And by the time the truck reaches the used market, the next owner already knows the bill is waiting. Section 3. What smart owners are doing. Smart owners are not upgrading. They are stepping backward. They are skipping panoramic roofs, avoiding factory air suspension, refusing fully loaded trims. They are reading option sheets like liability reports because they understand one rule. Complexity is a cost center. More features, more failure points, more dependency, more money lost. Here is the rule mechanics don't say out loud. If a truck requires calibration after a simple repair, it will destroy resale value because calibration locks you into the dealership system. And once you're locked in, pricing is no longer yours. Same truck, same engine, different outcome based on one decision. Section 4. Why these features kill value. Used truck value is expected future cost. That is the equation. A DAS proves it in black and white. American Automobile Association found ADAS adds an average $360 to windshield replacement, $684.63 to a minor rear collision repair, and $1,067.42 to a side mirror replacement. Across 4 common repairs, ADAS-related parts, labor, and calibration account for 37.6% of average costs. That is why a cracked windshield no longer reads like glass damage. It reads like module damage. Roofs fail the same way. High-mounted glass, tracks, drains, motors. More weight, more moving parts, more leaks, more labor. Ford's TSB history on the Vista roof is not random noise. It is a paper trail of recurring failure points in a premium feature buyers do not need. Air suspension gets worse with age. Compressor, lines, bags, valves, height sensors. The ride feels premium when the truck is new. The liability feels premium when the warranty is gone. Reports of $2,800, $3,200, and $7,000 are not edge cases to a used buyer. They are warning labels. I know exactly what's happening in the comments right now. A roof or air ride doesn't kill value if the truck still runs. Let me be clear. Here's the brutal truth. Appraiser's price expected liability, not your feelings. A running truck with a known $4,700 roof path, a known $495 yearly driver assist subscription, or a known diesel emissions history is worth less to the next buyer on day one. And that is before we get to the 4 exact items on the depreciation list. Section 5. The 4 features. 1. Panoramic roof, tracks, brackets, drains, and motors. Turn one glass panel into a repair ecosystem. Real-world F150 owner quotes run from $4,700 to over $7,500, while Ford's TSB names bracket kit FL3 Z165107OC as a specific service item. 2. Factory air suspension. What feels smooth new becomes a multi-component aging system on the used market. Ram owner reports show $2,800 dealer quotes, $3,200 delete jobs, and $7,000 already sunk into keeping the system alive. 3. Driver assist sensor stack, rear cameras, mirrors, bumpers, windshields, radar, and subscriptions turn minor damage into calibration events. AOI's averages are brutal. $360 on windshields, $684.63 on rear repairs, $1,067.42 on mirror replacements, and Ford layers Blue Cruise at $49.99 monthly or $495 yearly after trial. 4. Light-duty diesel emissions package. Eco diesel and similar packages sell torque and range, then age into legal history, emissions, hardware anxiety, and settlement headlines. The Ram 1500 Eco Diesel line has the 2019 EPA consent decree behind it and a 2026 EGR cooler settlement tied to coolant leaks and fire risk allegations. That is the list. And once you see it, this stops being a shopping conversation. It becomes an ownership conversation. Section 6. Property rights pivot. A premium feature used to mean more truck. Now it means more permission, more sensors, more software, more paid access. You're not just buying hardware, you are buying future liability. That is why the depreciation list matters. It exposes the difference between a truck that serves you and a truck that invoices you. It exposes the difference between durability and decoration. It exposes the difference between ownership and managed access. Every premium feature becomes a future trade-in penalty. That is the verdict. Well, not because the truck stops moving, because the next buyer sees the bill before he sees the badge. So the only thing left is the move that keeps you off that list. Section 7. Escape strategy. Start with one rule. Complexity is a cost center. Buy the simpler truck. Buy the truck without the panoramic roof. Buy the truck with coils, not factory air. Buy the truck with fewer paid driver assist layers. Buy the truck whose resale story is mechanical, not electronic. Treat options like investments. If a feature adds $2,495 in one-time software cost, or $495 a year in post-sale fees, or raises a windshield event to $1,439.78 total, that feature is not adding value. It is preloading a future discount. Use the math in negotiation. If a seller is asking premium money for a roof truck, price in the documented roof path. If it is a factory air truck, price in the delete path. If it is an eco-diesel, price in the legal baggage and emission system fear. You are not being difficult. You are being literate. Move earlier, not later. As more informed buyers target simple trucks, supply tightens faster around low-complexity inventory. The best used trucks in the next cycle are not the most loaded trucks. They are the least exposed trucks. Kelley Blue Book already reminds buyers that depreciation is one of the biggest ownership costs. The smart move is refusing to finance extra depreciation in the first place. And that brings you back to the appraisal counter. The clean truck still shines. The engine still starts. But the offer stays higher when the options sheet stays shorter. Section 8. Manifesto CTA. We are watching regulators, automakers, and dealer logic redefine a better truck into a riskier truck. We are not buying that lie. We know the enemy now. It is not horsepower. It is not mileage. It is not the badge on the grill. It is forced complexity dressed up as premium value, then shoved back onto the owner as repair liability, subscription revenue, and resale punishment. That is why this channel matters. Not as entertainment, as an intelligence network for people who still think ownership means control. If you are on that side, subscribe once, then stay sharp. Now say it in the comments. What year is your truck? And which part of the depreciation list are you avoiding first? Keep your truck simple. Keep your money moving. We are not leasing our freedom.